Now, to the red-hot favourites, the former world champions, beaten by Virtue and Moira in Helsinki, but world champions for the previous 2 years. Fantastic skater, still, as you can see, only 22 years of age. This is Gabriela Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron for France. The second outing of this year. They won the Finlandia trophy.
Somebody like me, come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now.
Good change of edge in the last key point to end the rumba.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Oh, I'm in love with your body. Oh, I'm in love with your body. Y la manera en que me bailas. Enamorado de tu cuerpo. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you.
Safely through the twizzles.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways, hoping that you'll understand. Baby, now take me into your loving arms. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. Come on, be my baby, come on. 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 I'm in love with the shape of you.
Well, of course, it was fabulous. Would you have expected anything else? Gabriela Papadakis, Guillaume Cizeron. It's fascinating, isn't it? When I saw that they were skating to Ed Sheeran, I thought, I'm not sure about this. The shape of you, yeah, that's a gimme. But thinking out loud, I don't know. Jury's out is in my head. What about you?
But to me, I saw a massive improvement from the Finlandia trophy, where they competed at the Challenger Series, their first outing, not on the Grand Prix circuit. And this just seemed to be so much sharper and so much crisper, as you would expect as the season progresses. And Simon, I'm just such a huge fan. I think the depth of their knee is just so brilliant, and the purity of their skating is just fabulous. So I'm a huge fan of that. If I'm to be critical of such brilliance, I think we can't help but make that direct comparison between Virtue and Moira, who competed at Skate Canada last week. And I think the general consensus is that at this stage, Virtue and Moira short dance is probably a stronger vehicle than what Gabby and Guillaume have.
I think vehicle's right. To me, is that the routine that's going to challenge Virtue and Moira?
Yeah, and I was reading that one of their coaches, Marie-France Dubreu, who was instrumental in picking the music, is trying to use something that's very popular in the ballroom and Latin world, whereby they're taking popular music tracks and putting a Latin beat underneath it. But as to whether or not it works, obviously, as you say, the jury's out. For me, again, if we make that comparison with Virtue Moya, I thought that Gabby performed brilliantly. I think she is growing in confidence year upon year, but perhaps there's not quite the same connection and performance between them as maybe as with Virtue and Moya. Can't wait to see the head-to-head, and I suspect that'll probably happen at the Grand Prix final, and then it'll be easy for us to really compare the two. But certainly on this performance, big improvement since Finlandia, and it'll be interesting to see how close they are in score to the new world record that Tessa and Scott posted last week at Skate Canada. They look happy.
They do. They 67-62 leads, and look at that. And that's their best ever short dance score. Papadakis and Cizeron lead.
They have scored a season's best 81.10 and are currently in first place.